In the 1960s, Don Yenko emerged as one of the SCCA's top road racers. But Yenko became famous for what he did away from the racetrack. He took regular Chevy production cars and turned them into bona fide racing machines, selling them at his Pennsylvania car dealership. Not many were made, and relative few still survive, making Yenkos some of the most sought-after collector cars in the world. Today, 4 partners and their team are taking on a huge challenge. Build a replica 1969 Camaro that uses today's technology but remains faithful to the original. It's a gamble that could breathe new life into a legend.
Hello and welcome once again to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm Dave Dobson. If you've been following our saga, you've seen how the guys here at Brand New Muscle Car have gone to great lengths to make sure that their Yenko Super Camaro looks just like the original, built by Don Yenko back in 1969.
A couple of things make a Yenko. Obviously, big block 427 engine, that's key. The next thing that most people can see or recognize are the stripes or the stickers. Back in the day, these were decals and they were put on by secretaries, Yenko's daughter, local high school kids, pretty much anyone who would help out. In our case, we wanted to bring in an expert. So we brought in our friend Greg Tudor. He's our pinstripe airbrush guy. He's also really good with stickers.
Starting out, just getting kind of lined up here a little bit. The design actually flowed off of the quarter panel and onto the spoiler. So it's important to get this angle here just right. We'll add the sticker to the spoiler at a later date. The next thing is to try to get it spaced appropriately off of this body line here. And of course, the most important part is to make sure that it lines up with the decal on the door.
Color is so important that sometimes more than one color makes all the difference. Like with the Yenko, it's yellow. But I guarantee you, once we put the black stripes on, it'll look completely different.
About halfway down the panel, I want to add a large piece of tape across it. And this will actually serve as a hinge point. And of course, with this much length, as I'm laying it down, I could accidentally tweak it. So I'm going to take 1/4 inch tape and run it along this bottom edge. Peel the backing away, and as you can see, this carrier paper actually keeps the vinyl attached to it. I'll take a pair of scissors and cut off the excess paper. I could tear it, but if I did, what could potentially happen is I could get little fibers of paper adhered to the back side of the vinyl, and then I'd end up with lumps. Now, some guys prefer to just dry stick this. I like using an application fluid that lets me wet stick it. That way, if there is a little bit of a problem, I can actually lift it up and reposition it. I start applying pressure as I go down, and that will help alleviate any bubbles that might want to form as it's going down. Now that I have the one side stuck down, spray down my application fluid and begin laying it down from the other direction. Push towards the outside edges and make sure that I get out any bubbles.
Guy brings in a Chevelle, it's black, put red stripes on it. That's a totally different car after the stripe job. You know, makes it look faster, meaner, more aggressive.
There we have it.
And now it's time to put icing on the icing. Car's painted, looks great. We love the stickers, but you gotta add emblems if you wanna make it a Camaro. So this is gonna make the final touch on the car. So these new bodies don't come with holes for emblems because the manufacturer doesn't know what the customer is gonna do with the body. In our case, we're gonna put on the stock Camaro emblems. So we had to buy templates from our friends at Classic Industries to show us exactly where to drill the holes and hang the emblems.
Oh man, that pressure is just crazy. I gotta focus, make sure I ain't shaking. It's kind of hard making holes on some fresh paint, but it's gonna look way better once we get the emblem in. I gotta say a Hail Mary before I even start, because it gets you. And one quick little move, if the bed doesn't go exactly how you want and it just moves a little bit, scratch the paint and you gotta repaint everything again. There's people that goes way too fast, and by the time they puncture it, the drill will kind of sometimes hit it, and now you gotta repaint, that's right, you gotta be calm, steady hand, easy.
Yenko was always very rare, very special, but kind of the ultimate Camaro. So I just started to do research, and I found out that Jeff Leonard at Classic Industries owned the Yenko brand.
We've owned a trademark for Yenko probably for over 20 years. We were producing product for Yenko back in the late 80s. You know, we were making emblems and spoilers and wheel caps and all kinds of things for Yenko. We're proud to have been part of that legacy. And we just ended up with the trademarks, and we saw there was an opportunity and took advantage of it.
And now to put our 427, which makes a Camaro a Yenko. All right.
Still lots more to come. It's almost time for the customer to see her Yenko Camaro for the first time. But first, Jared shows us how he sands and buffs the car for its new owner.
Proformance Unlimited is one of the leaders in the muscle car industry, building engines that will suit the needs of nearly every car enthusiast. Our dedication to detail separates us from the rest, and our crate engines are hand-assembled one at a time, using the finest parts and are dyno tested to ensure durability and power output. Trials and errors and expensive mistakes are now a thing of the past. Proformance Unlimited, your crate engine experts, building your dream and ours one engine at a time.
Classic Industries presents brand new muscle car Yenko Camaro is brought to you by Willwood Disc Brakes, high performance disc brakes and brake components. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better parts, better prices every day on auto parts and accessories. R3 Performance, quality parts, attention to detail and innovative design. And by Classic Industries, America's first choice in restoration and performance parts and accessories.
Welcome back to Tulsa. The customer has arrived in town, but there's one more process to check off before she gets to the brand new muscle car shop.
Today we're going to be color sanding and buffing the deck lid of the Yenko. We've already done the rest of the car. Although from the naked eye, the deck lid looks really good right now, there are little minor, what we call dirt nibs in the clear coat. As I'm going to pump up my sprayer here, we're going to start out with a 1000 grit sandpaper. I got it on a paint stick right now. I love to use a paint stick because it gets everything as flat as possible. When you spray a car, the clear coat naturally has orange peel to it. We want to try to cut that out the best we can. That way we can make the car as slick and as smooth as possible. One of the things that the water does for me is it really helps the sandpaper glide across. It really gives it a good cutting surface. The key to good buffing, you have to have good light reflection. I've got a perfect fluorescent light right here that it's bouncing down through the clear coat, showing back up. That way I can see any wiggle, any wave in the clear, and I can get a good angle at it. After I get done with this, what I'll do is I'll come in and I'll squeegee it off, and I'll be able to see anything that I've missed. After I get real close and right there where I want to be, then I'm going to step to a 1500 grit, which basically just cuts down on my 1000 grit scratches. And I'm going to come back over the top with a 3000 grit, which is a super fine sandpaper. It's going to give me a little bit different scratch formation. That gets me ready to what I consider buff it.
The car ends up with an even satin finish, so Jared shines it back up with a wool buffing pad and a little perfecting compound. But looks aren't everything. The team wants to keep this one-of-a-kind car running smooth for generations.
We recommend Z-Max Micro Lubricant to all our customers. I put it in my brand new Chevy truck. We put a case of it in the trunk of every car that leaves here from brand new muscle car. I recommend it to all the resto customers. If somebody comes here for a tune-up, I recommend Z-Max. It is the one product that you can put in your fuel and oil and everything. Makes your car run better, use less heat, less energy, gets better gas mileage, it lasts longer. There's just no downside to using Z-Max.
Z-Max is a product that can be used in just about any form of engine, whether it is locomotive engines, whether it's your street car, whether it's a diesel. They've got a wide variety of products, but they really base off of one thing. We've got to get that carbon out of your engine to make it perform at its best. Z-Max is a micro lubricant that uses the fluids in your engine to get into the areas of the engine that it can help. The piston areas. Here's a look at a before and after. You look on this side, carbon everywhere from years of wear and years of carbon buildup. Over here, once it's had Z-Max in it, heated up to about 190 degrees, pretty much regular idle temperature. Then those pores in your engines open up and the micro lubricant can go inside those pores where other lubricants can't fit and gives you that lube on those cold startups. When you just come back to the car, it is there protecting engines, fuel, transmission, and one of our specialty products is for your weapons, whether it's a handgun or a rifle. Z-Max has the same technology that it performs in a vehicle that it can perform in your weaponry. Be able to move the carbon after the shot and to be able to protect the metal so that you fire straight and true each and every time, just like you want your vehicle to. You don't want carbon, especially in one of these. Those guys from Brand New Muscle Car make it a beautiful ride like this, and all the other ones that they do, they want to make sure it's protected inside just like it's beautiful outside, and that's why they use Z-Max.
So we got a little bit of a surprise for lunch today. We've got Joe Davidson from Oklahoma Joe's Barbecue here with an ambulance full of barbecue for the guys. You guys hungry? Yeah! Thank you, sir.
You bet. You know, I started barbecuing by actually building smokers. I was a graduate assistant at Oklahoma State University, welder by trade. That's how I paid my way through college. Went to the State Fair of Oklahoma with 12 cookers. And when it was over, I had orders for 108 smokers. And that's how Oklahoma Joe's was born. A true welder, you're a craftsman. It's something that you take a lot of pride in your workmanship. And when you look at a car like this and what they're doing in this shop, it's unbelievable. Their attention to detail is phenomenal, and just the quality of workmanship. You know, you're getting something that it's out of the ordinary. You know, barbecue and cool cars go hand in hand. They're uniquely American. They were born and bred right here in the United States, and that's what's so cool about cars like this, is that nothing fails out American hot rod and muscle car more than something like an original Camaro, and barbecue going right hand in hand with that is perfect. Perfect pairing.
Coming up, after months of waiting, the customer arrives and gets ready to see her brand new muscle car.
Proformance Unlimited is one of the leaders in the muscle car industry, building engines that will suit the needs of nearly every car enthusiast. Our dedication to detail separates us from the rest, and our crate engines are hand-assembled one at a time, using the finest parts and are dyno tested to ensure durability and power output. Trials and errors and expensive mistakes are now a thing of the past. Proformance Unlimited, your crate engine experts, building your dream and ours one engine at a time.
Photos and documents shown on brand new muscle car Yenko Camaro, courtesy of Mark Gillespie. For even more about Don Yenko and the supercars that made his dealership famous, look online for the Yenko era and the Yenko era continued, Cannonsburg and beyond.
Welcome back to Tulsa. The customer is on her way, so David runs next door for a few last-minute supplies.
Hey, David.
Hey, man.
Y'all get that card finished up?
Yes, sir. Time to clean it.
Good deal. We can get you fixed up, man.
Well, I got a couple things, tire shine, rags. What else you suggest?
We got some McGuire's quick detailing.
Oh, okay. Perfect, perfect.
We got some Armor All glass cleaner that'll get everything off the windshield. We even got our O'Reilly's car wash, so.
Thanks, man.
All right, no, man. Need something, holler at you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I love the process, Caterpillar butterflies. But probably my favorite part of the whole deal is obviously when we reveal it to the customer.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Big day, eh?
Yeah, you excited?
Yes.
You ready? Okay.
Yes.
To see the customer's face when we pull the cover off and reveal it, like it's about to happen with the Yenko, the best thing in the world to do is look at their face and then look at the guys' faces, because the reaction from both is just priceless.
Hi, guys. Good job. Good job.
So they're just walking around and you see that real big smile on their face and surprised and wow, it makes you feel real good, because it makes you feel that no matter how hard you had to work on or what tried to set you back and what you had to redo or anything like that, it makes you feel good that you did it the right way.
Ready? Okay. Dun, da, da, da.
Oh my Lord. Oh my God. Oh,
Wow. When I see the expression of the customer when he come in and pick him out his car, when somebody appreciates, when he say, hey, I like it, I love it, and that's the more important to me.
It's so yellow.
Oh my God, yes, look at me. I just thank God, because it's just so amazingly great feeling. Can I get in it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot how to. Oh my God. I'm too short. Oh my
Just
God.
like a brand new car.
I forgot. This
Right?
came out.
Right? That's okay. Yep.
I think I forgot how to drive.
Right?
Yeah.
It's because you're excited.
Yeah.
Better?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So I turn it. Oh.
Right?
Where is it?
You want the keys?
Yeah, can't I? Have the
Absolutely.
keys?
Yeah.
I've been always looking for somebody since my son was 8 years old because we were into classic cars and he just loved it. I'm so happy to see his dream come true and trying to build that and making his dream come true. My dream came true too. It's just amazing. I don't want to cry.
All right. Like a pro.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Here we go. Clutch in.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, wait. Wait.
Wait a second.
Do it
Got to
again.
pull that gas up.
Oh, my God.
yeah.
This is... Woo! Oh, my God. Can I go now?
Just a few months ago, we didn't have a car. We had a plan. We had we knew what we were going to do. We didn't have anything. We literally started, with a brand new shell, and it's done.
All right, you want to see under the hood and see the rest?
Oh, yeah.
Of course, it's a Yenko, so we paid homage to Yenko. There's certain things that make it a Yenko, some of the stickers, the ID plates. So it's got a cal plate with all the information, the Yenko logo. It's got a VIN plate up on the dash with the logo. There's a numbered plate inside the door jamb, just like back in the day. It's 001. So this is Yenko Continuation car number 1. To make it official, right?
Beautiful plaque.
Oh, yeah.
Got your serial number, your VIN number. It's car number 001.
That's all mine.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this is what makes it a real Yenko.
Woo!
Up next, the moment we've been waiting for. Time for the brand new Yenko Camaro to hit the road. And we learn the story behind 2 classic Yenko cars.
Proformance Unlimited is one of the leaders in the muscle car industry, building engines that will suit the needs of nearly every car enthusiast. Our dedication to detail separates us from the rest, and our crate engines are hand-assembled one at a time, using the finest parts and are dyno tested to ensure durability and power output. Trials and errors and expensive mistakes are now a thing of the past. Proformance Unlimited, your crate engine experts, building your dream and ours one engine at a time.
Classic Industries presents brand new muscle car Yenko Camaro is brought to you by Champion Cooling Systems, high performance aluminum radiators, Heat Shield Products, America's high performance insulation, Z-Max, the one product for your engine, transmission, and fuel system, and by brand new muscle car, building yesterday's dream cars today.
This is the American Muscle Car Museum in Melbourne, Florida, and it is magnificent. It's open only for charity events, but you can get an insider's look here on our show. This week, 2 Yenko conversion cars take center stage. A Nova and a Camaro share our Yenko Collector's Spotlight.
Right here before us, we have a 1968 Yenko Chevrolet Camaro. This is one of the really rare cars and where it was never Yenko badged. Also, it was never converted from a 396 to a 427. Back in '68, they did 66 of these, and this is done in a special order Corvette bronze color. This is a 4-speed car, and there's very few things that set it apart from a Yenko car to a non-Yenko car. Gorgeous color, gorgeous car, runs like hell. This is one here on the 1968 where Don evolved from the 1967 to 68. To save himself a little time, he ordered some of the upgrades already in place. And what I mean by that is you could get the suspension package. This one was ordered with a 140-mile-an-hour speedometer, amongst some other things. This is also certified by Ed Canine with the Copo connection back when Ed was doing it. Ed has since retired from that, but we still have him on as far as a consulting basis if we have any questions. This one actually has the heavy-duty multi-leaf springs in the rear axle and a 12-bolt posit traction. Another one of the rarities about this car here is it only has 5,800 original miles on the car. We still get it out, we still make sure it's tuned, we make sure it's at top performance, and we preserve the cars the best we can for future generations.
I'm the second original owner. That original owner also was my owner of my 1970 Yenko Deuce. Very touching story. The original owner said, you know, my husband and I, we bought a 1970 Yenko Deuce, the same color back in 1970. She says, could I please sit in the car? And I said, of course you could. And then when she sat in the passenger seat, she proceeded to look inside the glove box and she said, you know, I think this is my vehicle. So I went over to my other building, came back with all my documentation, was flipping through all the paperwork, found a copy of the original title, and when I read the names, the lady just fell to the ground and started crying. Her husband had passed away in 2005. The 1970 Yenko Deuce had gone through about 4 other owners, and this was still her original car that I purchased from her back in 2009. Very touching story, 5,000 original documented miles, and really a stunning color combination.
Yeah! Cross your fingers. And I filled it up, so it's completely full. So should have plenty of gas the rest of the day.
We should just woo-hoo it all day.
Yeah. Nice and easy. There's a cop in front of us.
Where?
That black SUV's a cop. Oh, there's another one.
Oh.
Right? Just nice and easy. They're not paying attention to us.
Hey, come on, let's race.
No. Don't do that. Follow the cop, but don't pass him.
Let's follow the cop.
Yeah, follow the cop.
Is it good on tree right now?
Yeah, no, it's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah, no, it's good. The car enjoys that. You got a lot of room to run before you have to shift.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so
you just run it out. Yeah, run the gear out. Yeah.
It wouldn't be too much on the engine.
No.
No. Now.
Yeah, now. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How much better that is?
I'm like 70.
Okay, that's good. I think it's 65.
That's not the cop.
The test drive was wonderful. Well, I thought it would be kind of hard to drive it, but it was a piece of cake. Yeah, I loved it.
Next week, it's our final episode. It's time for this brand new muscle car to live up to its Yenko heritage. Time to head to the racetrack.
Excited. Oh my God, I'm so excited. You know, I'm excited because this is the first car coming out of 40 years that I'm driving it. It's just a blessing. I'm so grateful. It's just a great opportunity.
So you say, hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, yay, hey yeah, yay.
I can do that, but I can't move around.
Jared can do it. Jared can do it.